What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you week 3 of the GBA, the Global Battle Association. And before we get started, if you can, please make sure you click a like button right below this video. Remember, if this video reaches 900 likes, I will keep 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now, today we are battling Crobat for the win. His link will be in the description below. He's part of the GBA, and he is the coach, founder, president of the Los Angeles Nidokings, and they are undefeated right now. So definitely feeling a little intimidated, but we're going to go over my team, who I'm bringing this week. And I kind of regret not bringing Arcanine right now, but here we go. I'm bringing Noivern, Mamoswine, first week off the bench. Let's see what he does. Torkoal, Tyranitar, Crawdaunt, and Breloom. So if you want to place your bets, who you think is going to be the MVP for this week, once again, that is Noivern, Mamoswine, Torkoal, Tyranitar, Crawdaunt, and Breloom. I think that this team will work out somewhat well. I'm hoping anyway, if I make the right calls. But I'm a little nervous right now. I didn't do any research on the LA Nidokings, so I have no idea. Let's see what he's bringing. Woo! All right, he's bringing, oh man, he's bringing things. I gotta take a picture of this. Chandelure, Jolteon, Mega Aggron, Gliscor, Gyarados. I think Aggron is his Mega. I might have to look that up. Actually, that's completely legal. I think I am gonna look that up so that I'm not misinformed. Let's see. It should be really easy to find. Mega Aggron, yeah, Mega Aggron is his Mega. Okay, that's on the WordPress. That's easy to look up. That's free information in the GBA for anyone to know. Let me take a picture before I run out of time. But I'm using something new to record. I'm actually using XSplit. I've been using Camtasia, but you guys aren't going to see this until Sunday, so this will be the first video. Hopefully everything works out, because Camtasia screwed up my webcam and my audio on my last one, so done with Camtasia. And I think he's going to open up with his... Why can't I remember Staraptor? I think he's going to open up with Staraptor, honestly. I think I'm actually going to open up with Mamoswine. I kind of want to open up with Torkoal, though. You know what? He has a lot of physical stuff, except for that Chandelure, really. Everything else is physical, except for Chandelure and Jolteon. I'm going to open up with Torkoal, just because... Let's get rocks up early. Actually, that's kind of predictable. No, let's do it. Let's do it. Forget it. We're doing that. We're getting rocks up early. That's what our plan is, because that bird will not like it. A Staraptor will definitely not like it. It's definitely weird, because right now, like, the thing that I'm using to record, I can see myself the whole time, and normally I don't see myself, so it's kind of weird trying not to look at myself. But you don't care about the setup. We're talking about the GBA right now. We are currently 1 win, 1 loss. We lost against Magnitude and 1 against Moody. So hopefully we can come out with another win, because I would like to be 2-1. The New York Mankeys would love to be 2-1. He opens up with Iron Man, so that's kind of fortunate for me. Because I can go for a Lava Plume if I want to, but I think I'm actually going to go for a Stealth Rock. I don't want that Chandelure coming in. I'm not too worried about this Mega Aggron. I mean, I am a little bit, because the only things I have to hit it are my Torkoal, my Noivern, and my Breloom can hit it pretty hard, but Mega Aggron is super bulky. Like, ridiculously bulky where I don't want to deal with it. I'm talking like base stats of 230 defense. So I don't even want to mess with that on the physical side. He is going to withdraw, thankfully, so that's good. He's probably going to go into Jolteon, goes out into Sandy, which is his Chandelure, predicting the Fire-type move, but luckily I just went for that Stealth Rock. I almost want to go for a Swagger here and stay in, but because I don't know what he has for me. Chandelures normally only have like Energy Ball, like a fire, either Flamethrower or any other fire type move. I guess a Shadow Ball would do a lot of damage, so maybe he's going to go for that Shadow Ball. I'm not going to go out into a Water type. I kind of want to go out into my Tyranitar, but Energy Ball would still do a decent amount to my T-Tar. I think I kind of want to go for the Swagger, but I really don't want to waste this Torkoal early. I'm going to go for the Swagger. I really think he's going to go for Energy Ball. He's going to withdraw. A double switch. He's making a double out. All right, so this is interesting. Goes back out into Iron Man, who I am now going to confuse. And I'm just going to stay in here, and at this point, I'm going to go for a Lava Plume. I really don't feel comfortable raising Iron Man's attack at all, but at least it's kind of either motive for him to stay in or not. But I am just going to go for a Lava Plume here. If he goes back out into Chandelure, that is fine. He's going to get the Flash Fire boost, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get too upset. He's just going to stay in Mega Evolve, so he's going to become pure Steel typing. So that is good for me, because Fire will now be super effective. Unfortunately, now fighting... Let's see if he hits himself. He doesn't hit himself. He gets a T-Wave off. All right, so that T-Wave is... Hopefully, come on. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just see what happens. I get the Lava Plume off, so at least this will do a good amount of damage. I mean, it should do over half. Look at that. It does over half. Do I get a burn? No burn for me. I really don't want to stay in here and go for another Lava Plume because I really do think at this point he's going to switch out into Chandelure. That T-Wave really does stink, though. I don't know what else Mega Aggron's run. I really don't. I'm sure a Steel-type move, probably Earthquake. I kind of want to switch out into Noivern. Predicting an Earthquake. I'm going to switch out to Noivern, predicting an Earthquake. Because either that or he's going to switch out. Either way, I want to switch out into Noivern because Noivern is the fastest Pokemon on my team, and I can get some switch initiative with U-turn, or I can just deal damage to something really hard. So this is not going terrible. I got rocks up on his side of the field. I got his Iron Man down to below half, which is fantastic. But I can't stay in here and go for another Lava Plume. This Torkoal is just staring me down on the screen. Like, the new recording setup, the screen is so huge for me to see, like, it's like almost my whole computer monitor. And Torkoal's just sitting there. Smoke coming, and it looks like... I love Torkoal so much. Torkoal is the best. Seriously love it. It's not even like this Aggron can really touch my Torkoal. Oh, he's not switching out, so he is staying in. So hopefully either he hits himself or he goes for the Earthquake. I really hope, and that's the, I brought the Shiny Noivern, I brought Mavis this time, the beautiful, beautiful girl that she is. Iron Man is confused and hits himself in confusion, thankfully. So at this point, Iron Man is done, because I could just go for a Flamethrower. But I don't think I want to do that. I actually think I want to go for the Dragon Pulse. Just because I think a Dragon Pulse will still take him out, even though he resists it, I do think it'll take him out. And on the off chance he decides to switch out into his Chandelure, I don't want to go for that Flamethrower. So let's just go for the D-Pulse, hoping that he switches out into Chandelure. I mean, his Iron Man is pretty low. Oh, he decides to stay in, so he might live this. He just might live this. He is not going to live it, though. So Dragon Pulse was definitely the right play to make because it was... guaranteed kill. Whew, got a little tense right there. I'm not really sure, but like I said, the Nidokings don't have a loss yet. So just because this is early game, man, we're only like, I don't even know how deep, like 5 minutes deep into this battle. So this is nothing. This is nothing. Nidokings can just turn this around. I'm a little intimidated by that no loss. I have one loss. I don't know, man. All right, so he goes out into Jolteon, who I don't know if it's Specs or Scarf, but either way, I don't think I want to stay in on this. I think the Mamoswine is really obvious, though. So I think I'm going to go into T-Tar, just because T-Tar can take it a little bit better. T-Tar can take whatever move he's going to... I mean, he might go for a Volt Switch, and then I'll be screwed. But I don't think he wants to go for a Volt Switch with Mamoswine around. So that's the main reason why I brought Mamoswine, because I heard, like, in the locker room, I heard really good things about Jolteon, and I was like, I want to bring something to shut down Jolteon, so let me bring Mamoswine. But now is not the time to switch into Mamoswine. He does go for the Volt Switch, though. This shouldn't do too much. Okay, it does a decent amount. Definitely does a decent amount. Fortunately, though, his Chandelure, his Gyarados, and his Staraptor are all going to take Stealth Rock damage. He's probably going to go into Gliscor here. Gliscor is probably his best switch in. I mean, he can go into Chandelure because it's fast, but he goes into Hurricane, which is going to be his Staraptor, going to take 25%. Unfortunately, though, close combat is definitely a real thing. I don't have Trevenant with me. So the only thing that really wants to take a close combat is my Torkoal. So I'm just going to, straight away, I don't even really have to think about it. I'm just going to switch out into Torkoal because Torkoal's got that massive defense. And even if he doesn't go for Brave Bird, if he goes for a U-turn, obviously Torkoal wants to take it. And he'll be taking residual damage on his side of the field if he keeps switching in and out. So I'm okay with that. He doesn't have a spinner. Oh, his Staraptor might have Defog, though. Let's find out right now. No, he goes for the close combat to kill the T-Tar off. But luckily I switched out. This doesn't even do 61 damage. It only does 60. So down goes his defense. He's going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm, and he's going to be forced to switch out here because I'm sure he's choice banded. I'm going to be free now that Aggron is gone. I guess I can't because Gliscor might come in. I don't think he's going to send his Gliscor in because if he comes in with his Gliscor and I go for a Lava Plume and he gets burned, he's going to be the saddest cat in all the land. So I don't think his Gliscor is coming in. I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Even if his Gliscor does come in, it'll still hit his Gliscor. It's not like his Gliscor's poison type, but whatever. He goes out into Thunder Fox, which is going to be his Jolteon again. This Sludge Bomb should do an okay amount. I mean, I would have loved to have gone for the Lava Plume at this point, but this does, okay, it does nothing. So Torkoal's not about the offense. He's definitely all about the defense. Right here, I think he's trying to bait me to go out into my Mamoswine. I really do. I don't know. Can Jolteon learn Energy Ball? Because that's what I keep fearing. What is Jolteon's standard set? Let's go to Smogon really quick. I know it's Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. Signal Beam is the one. So he might go for Signal Beam. I have nothing to worry about. I guess he can't learn Energy Ball. So let's actually go out into Mamoswine at this point. I'm not going to stay in. So let's go out into Mamoswine. And I won't be able to go for an EQ with Mamoswine, but I can go for some Ice-type moves once he comes in with whatever he wants to bring in. I can go for an EQ because he's got 2 things immune to it right now, and I'm not about that life going for EQs when there's more than 2 things immune to it, especially when I haven't seen those things yet, because that to me says that's a red flag. When someone preserves a Pokemon and I haven't seen them yet, that's a red flag. They're waiting for something to happen in the battle in order to bring that Pokemon out. But I made my choice very, very quickly. I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing that I'll regret, but he is definitely taking some serious thought with this, which as a coach of the LA Nidokings, I can understand him taking thought. That's completely normal. That's what you should be doing. The New York Mankeys, I guess, just work a little bit more on your toes. Just like, oh, this is what we want to do. This is what we're going to do. So we do it. That's pretty much how we work here at the Mankeys organization. If you don't agree with that, I apologize. But I'm going to switch out my Torkoal. He obviously stays in. I'm going to go out into my Mamoswine. Hopefully he does go for a Volt Switch, because that'll be great for me. He does go for Volt Switch, which just gets shut down completely. He's going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm, which is more damage on the Thunder Fox. And I'm going to be able to go for an Icicle Crash here. I'm not going to go for anything but Icicle Crash, because I'm sure that either Gliscor or Gyarados will come in right now. And Poseidon comes in, which is going to be Gyarados, which I'm sure will actually have the Intimidate. Yeah, it's going to have the Intimidate, so this Icicle Crash really isn't going to do much at all. Luckily, it doesn't have Moxie, so at least I have that out of the way. I got to remember that. He's got the Intimidate, not Moxie. This Icicle Crash should still do an okay amount. It's almost a 2-hit KO. Unfortunately, the Sandstorm does subside, so it's not worth the risk for it to be a 2-hit KO, especially when a Water-type move can come. This is a bulky Gyarados. It carries the leftovers. And that could actually be an issue for us. I almost want to stay in and go for the Toxic, because this is a bulky Gyarados. I don't think it'll be offensive. So I'm actually going to stay in and go for a Toxic. I carry Toxic on my Mamoswine. Don't ask me why. It's just what I like to do to catch. No one sees Toxic coming on Mamoswine. But because this thing is bulky, I decided, hey, let me just go for the Toxic, which works out because he goes for a Dragon Tail. So if I were to have switched down into anything, I would just get forced out anyway. So in comes my Mavis after Toxicking his Gyarados. And unfortunately, Chandelure is still around, so I'm going to have to go for a D-Pulse yet again. Nothing on his team really wants to take a D-Pulse. We are pretty far out front right now in this match. I'm not really sweating it like I was before. In fact, look, maybe it's because I'm wearing the Delibird shirt. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe I'll have to wear it every match from here on out if this match goes this well. I just might have to. I just might have to. But he's definitely going to have to withdraw at this point because his Gyarados would go down. I don't think that's a Pokemon he wants to go down just yet. Out comes Sandy, the Chandelure. Luckily, I did not go for anything that Sandy wants to take. I don't think this thing wants to take a Specs Dragon Pulse. Doesn't want to take it, but it does live at like 4 HP, so that's rather unfortunate. I do think Mavis can take 1 hit, though, but I kind of want to preserve it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into T-Tar so that the Sandstorm will automatically get set up. So T-Tar can take whatever damage this guy wants to do. If he goes for the Energy Ball, I'm running the Assault Vest T-Tar, so I think he's like a defensive lineman, really. Like, he can take that hit. That's not a big deal. And he'll set up the Sandstorm and grab the kill for us. So that's definitely what T-Tar is about to do right now. I already made that decision. I'm making these decisions really fast. I think it's a good thing. I hope that's a good thing. I mean, I did have a long talk with the players over the past week. After the victory against Moody, they were all very hype, and I told them they got to keep a level head, though. You can't get overconfident, and I decided to spend a lot of time this past week studying our playbook so I could call the right plays and not call the wrong ones. So that's what we're doing right now, so I'm hoping that this pays off. He does go for the Energy Ball, predicting the T-Tar. Very good prediction, but it's not going to do that much because it's Unstab and I'm Assault Vest, and that's the only reason why I switched him in right there, because I knew that it wouldn't do that much. I mean, granted, I could have just stayed in with Noivern if I wanted to, but I'd rather the safest bet, in case he did want to go for something else, the safest bet. But that was a pretty good prediction. So out comes Scorpio, which is going to be the bane of my existence, I know for a fact. Fortunately, though, my T-Tar is carrying that Dragon Tail, so if this thing wants to do cheeky stuff, substitute. I guess Dragon Tail's really not going to matter at all right now. I don't even think it's going to break the sub. Actually, it's definitely not going to break the sub. Unfortunately, it's not going to break the sub, and we're just in a tough position here. I say tough position because the only thing he can really do is EQ and Toxic, most likely. And I don't have anything on my team that wants to really deal with that. I don't really want Mavis getting poison. But you know what? I think that's the best bet. I can't really go into Torkoal because EQ will still do a lot of damage. It might not kill me, but it'll do a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to go out into my Mavis, hoping that he goes for the EQ here. But he's probably just going to go for the Toxic if he carries it. I'm not sure if he does. I guess we'll find out together. Like I said, I didn't do any research in the LA Nidokings, kind of going in this blind, just trusting the players. He has the knockoff. Oh, that matters a lot. That matters a lot. Okay, well, the only good thing about that is that I'm done being locked into moves, which I guess is okay since it's late game and a lot of his pokes are pretty weak. Unfortunately, though, this Scorpio, I need to get it to the point where my Mamoswine takes care of this. So I'm going to go for a D-Pulse right here just to break this. He goes for Protect to get more heal, which is, of course, understandable. So he's got Protect, Substitute, Knockoff, and I'm assuming Earthquake. So he can't hit this at all except for with Knockoff, and Knockoff won't do as much as it did last time. So I can break his sub here, go for the D-Pulse, and I pretty much have to just D-Pulse until Kingdom Come at this point, because this D-Pulse will definitely break the sub, without a doubt in my mind. And wow, oh, Infiltrator, I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid, I forgot about Infiltrator. Mavis coming through, oh my gosh, see, that's one of those like hidden techniques your player has and you forget about, and that's why I love Noivern so much. I really love you, Noivern. Let's go for another D-Pulse. I'm sure he's gonna Protect again, but I'm not gonna stop. Knockoff's not gonna kill me, and D-Pulse brought him down. I might actually win this stall war right here because I'm gonna go for another D-Pulse here. He's gonna heal up, he's gonna go for another Knockoff, it's not gonna kill me. And then he'll go for another Protect. I might actually switch. There's no point in switching out at this point because I can hit behind subs. So I have to stay in. I have to stay in. Let's see how much this does. If I still had Choice Specs, if he didn't go for that Knockoff, if I didn't switch in like that, oh my goodness, I'd be in great shape. But he's going to Poison Heal again. But I do think at this point it's going to be his Glide Score is going to be done. He's going to go for another Protect. Going to get a little more health back, but this last D-Pulse will definitely take him out, unless he decides to switch out, which would be the only reason why I would Protect at this point. If you know you're going to die the next turn, I guess there's really no reason to Protect, unless, I mean, I'm looking at the computer screen, and it's hard to see the HP, so I could be wrong. He could also be PP stalling my D-Pulses. He goes for that double Protect. That's the reason why. That makes sense. Good play, good play. Definitely a good call, try to go for that, but now it's only a 30% chance to get it, so that was literally his only chance at saving his Glide Score, though, so he had to go for it. Fortunately for him, it did not pay off, and fortunately for me, it didn't pay off. New York Mankeys are just putting in work right now. Putting in some serious hours, some time. And I think Mavis might get the MVP award because the fact that I forgot that it has Infiltrator. That's such an important thing to remember, and I just didn't. I just didn't remember it. But he's choosing his next switch right now. I don't think it matters too much at this point. But we'll see what happens. We'll just see. I'm sorry, I just texted Nips about going out to friendlies tonight for some ice cream, and that's what's gonna happen. He goes out into his Jolteon. I actually think that I want to preserve my what do you call it? I think I want to preserve my Noivern just because it's really fast and powerful, and it can hit things that I need hit. So probably gonna preserve it. Let me look what he has left. I think he just has Chandelure and Gyarados left. Oh no, Staraptor. I think Chandelure went down. Staraptor and Gyarados possibly? I think so. I think this thing is going to outspeed, so I am just going to go out into my Mamoswine to take whatever it wants to dish out. And then even if he doesn't go for an electric type move, I can just go for the Ice Shard, and that should be enough to take the Jolteon out from where it is. As long as he doesn't have anything to take my Mamoswine out, which I don't think he does. He goes for the Shadow Ball, predicting my switch though, so that's a good job. Definitely a good prediction because it's a little obvious of a switch in, but like I said, I'm okay with it because I can just go for an Ice Shard here and take out his Thunder Fox. I believe that they should take it out. I'm not going to run Decalc right now, but I do think that it should take him out. I really love Jolteon, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I really hope this recording comes out good, by the way. I've been looking at the screen and I'm like, oh, come on, don't fail me, XSplit, do not fail me. But this Ice Shard should be enough to take him out, and I think his only two Pokemon left, I can't remember if it's Gyarados and Chandelure or Staraptor. I just know for a fact that Gliscor, Aggron, I can't remember who else got KO'd. I don't remember. I'm actually gonna have to go back and watch the stats because if you don't know, on the WordPress website for GBA, it has all the stats of the Pokemon and the players of what they're doing so far, how they're doing in the season. So that's a cool thing to check out. You can see how many kills certain Pokemon got. Clawdia got 4 last week. Clawdia hasn't even come out in this match yet. But I'm gonna go for that Ice Shard. Should be enough Life Orb take him out. It does take him out. It's not resisted, of course, and Jolteon is a little frail. Thunder Fox that it is, it's fast and strong, but kind of frail. So I'm going to lose a little bit more health because of the Life Orb, and that's pretty much going to leave me at only being able to do one more hit. So he goes out into his Poseidon, who's going to take the Stealth Rock damage, and he's going to get the Intimidate off. But I think I outspeed this thing, so I'm actually just going to go for the Icicle Crash and take this thing out. Hopefully, as long as I hit it, it'll be a double down. I guess I could switch out if I want to have a 6-0, but I don't think switching out is worth it. I think Mamoswine did a lot of work in this battle, and as cool as it would be to have no deaths in my first GBA battle, like be the first one to probably have no deaths in a battle, I'm okay with Mamoswine going down because that's the sacrifice she has to make for the team. So good job, Mamoswine, as you fall with pride. Go to the locker room, shower up. Well, we don't have different locker rooms. Most of they're all 50% girls, 50% guys. Last Pokemon, I really can't remember what it is, but I think Mavis can take care of it no matter what. So or should I go into Clawdia or Deathcap? Now let's go into Mavis. Let's let Noivern get some boost after killing that Gliscor. I wonder who did most of the killing. I guess Mavis probably did most of the killing in this battle. Out comes Hurricane, which is going to be the Staraptor. Actually, yeah, no, it's going to be Choice Bandit, so I'm not going to get outsped. So I could just go for a D-Pulse here, and that should be enough to take this Hurricane out. At least I'm pretty sure that's right, the Hurricane. Oh, Quick Attack! Oh, he's going to get that extra kill, isn't he? He is, it's Stab. I'm going down! I'm going down. The Quick Attack is so real. I'm sorry, Mavis. I didn't want that to happen. Alright, at that point, he's locking the Quick Attack. I can just go into whatever I want. I'll go, you know what, I'm boosting Claudia's stats. She's going to come in here and she's going to get a kill. Just because she's like the face of the Mankeys. Gonna go for that knock off because Quick Attack will still outspeed me. So let's go for that knockoff. Hopefully he is Choice Banded. Okay, he is Choice Banded, thankfully. I was just like, what happens if he's not? And he's just been bluffing this whole time and he goes for a close combat. But I did have a Focus Sash anyway, so that knockoff is going to be the end of the game. So good game, Crobat. Good game, LA Nidokings. That leaves the New York Mankeys at 2 wins and 1 loss for the GBA season. So I hope you guys come back next week to see the next game. Thank you so much for your support. The New York Mankeys will push ahead. If you like this video, I hope you left a like rating. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.